convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Washington football team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? To return it, Darius Phillips. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. Able to power through. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Let's go. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Hey, alert three. Switch.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here I come. Choose the mic. Watch the screen.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Shaw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense has got it. Oh, a nightmare start offensively. This will be a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Harris, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right. No. 3 down. Hey, watch 85. Watch 85.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Choose the mic.
You gonna see me in your 60
Mike, two.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15.
Here we go.
Pardon me, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Harris. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Check 24, watch 24. No street. Here we go, checking motion. Check the call, check the call.
Choose the mic.
They'll try to run with Harris, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On On first down, he'll drop to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Back to throw again. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shaw.
Let's go, boys.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the...
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 2, Mike, check. Check 4, check 4.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
Touchdown!
Come on, let's
Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And Washington has retaken the lead. Koo now for the point after.
It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Washington 21, Steelers 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Choose the mic. Exit. Back 60. Mike 2. Watch 2.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
It's over. Let's dominate.
Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 2. All right. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And some room to roam now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
It's brought in by Harris. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Able to get away to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll look to throw here.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Shaw. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Washington on third down.
They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
That's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
They'll try and throw for it. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Washington on third down.
They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fielded at the 43. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's 2nd and 8. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has once again taken the lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
And he's brought down. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
7 yards, the pickup there. Second down and 3.
On the give, this is Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.